Well, hey church family, good morning. It is Wednesday morning. You might be getting this video a little bit later in the day, but I just wanted to let you know what was going on with church, with community, and with my family as well, just so you guys know what all that's happening. So kind of crazy times we're living in, huh? I'm sure you guys are staying well informed of what's going on in the news and in our community, in our state, and in our country. And so I want to tell you how Woodlands is going to respond to this. Just last night, I learned that San Bernardino County is asking all of its residents not to meet or to gather in any number, both personally or publicly. Now, obviously, that doesn't include your family, but that means any other sort of gathering. And so our elders met last night, and we, through prayerful, scriptural thought, prayer, and discussion, we decided that we are called biblically to obey the laws and the leaders of our land, at least for now. And so for at least a couple of weeks, we are not going to be gathering together in person. We're not going to have church service on Sunday. We're asking any Bible studies, events, small groups, any sort of gatherings related to the church would just cease for now. And it's not what we want. I want you to know that. Our deepest desire is to meet together. We believe as the church we are called to meet together. And that is our desire to get to back to as soon as we can. But we believe for now we need to obey the leaders of the land. And so what I would ask of you during this time is, it's really easy to say, well, what in the world is going on? What's going on in the world? What's going on in our country, in our state, and in our community? How serious is this illness? How unmanageable is the outbreak? And instead of asking those questions, I would just encourage you, stay informed, but do your best not to give into the hysteria and the fear that's being created, and rather ask yourself this question: what is God using this situation for in you? And I think that's really the question that all of us should be asking ourselves. What is God doing with this time in each one of us? And boy, I think there's a lot of options there. I think God could be using this time to give you some retreat and some refreshment. I think God could be using this time for you to reconnect with your family and with yourself. I think God could be using this time to tell us, hey, get out of the media, get out of the news, get off of social media, and get back into the lives of your family. Spend time with your family, enjoy your family, disciple your family. I think God could be using this time to say, reconnect with me. Stop focusing on the world around you, but focus on me. And so maybe He's calling you to reconnect with Him in prayer, in worship, and in scripture. And so I would encourage you to start asking yourselves those questions and focus on that rather than focusing on the things that are happening in the world. And I kind of already mentioned it, but boy, I would just encourage you as your pastor, stay informed, but stay further away from the media and social media as possible. I just think there's so much bad information and so much fear being created through bad information that I would just encourage you, get your information straight from the county, straight from the CDC, places like that, and don't give in to what's happening in the world. The world wants us to fear. Satan is using this to cause the church to fear and to go into hiding. Don't do that. Don't give into that. Don't give into that fear, and get your heart and your mind and your soul focused on something else that's much more healthy. So what is Woodlands doing? I'll answer that question. I already just said we're not going to be gathering in person. And so this is what we've kind of decided to do. Starting on Sunday, we're going to start putting out probably almost daily small messages, devotions, times of prayer, and times of worship on a daily basis through our website and on Facebook for you to connect with our church. We're not going to try to go through the process of putting together a whole service and putting it online. Rather, we thought it would just be better for you, instead of hearing from us once on Sunday morning for an hour, it'd be much better for you to hear from us once a day for 10 or 15 minutes. And so that's what we're going to be doing starting Sunday. You're going to be hearing from a variety of voices, not just me, pastors, leaders, elders in our church. You're going to be hearing testimonies and devotions and encouragement about what's going on. We're going to try to form some online prayer time where we can gather at least virtually and pray together. And I know some of the Bible studies are already talking about trying to meet virtually, which I think that's a great idea too, on one of the platforms online. I do want to reach out to any of you out there that have a testimony or would like to share a word or devotion. If you feel God lay that on your heart, that you just have something you want to share with our church body, get in contact with me. Almost all of you have my phone number. You all have my email. You can contact me on Facebook or via email or via my phone. I would love to give you an opportunity to speak to our church and to encourage them and give them a word during this time, just so we can stay connected. Something else you can expect over the next couple of weeks as well is we are going to just be reaching out to everyone on the phone. We're going to be getting a hold of you and just checking in and seeing how you're doing. And so you can start expecting that as well. As far as what's coming this Sunday, I'm going to just be giving you a small message on Sunday of encouragement and hope. And what I want to encourage you to do, don't skip church. Have church in your home with your family. Spend some time in the Word together. Tell a story. Talk to one another, fellowship, share a meal together, do some worship and prayer in your home. Don't skip that Sunday time with the Lord just because we're not gathering. And then finally, I just want to tell you, what am I doing? I want to answer that question. What am I and my family doing? Well, I want you to know that yes, I do feel stressed, and yes, I do feel a little bit of anxiety. But what I've been doing over the last few days is I have just completely divorced myself from the media for the most part. I'm just getting little bits and pieces of news and information from sources that are trustworthy, just so I know what's going on. But I want to just tell you, it has lifted my spirit. It has reduced stress and burden and anxiety on me, not looking at all of the things that are happening in the world, staying informed, but focusing on my family. And so my family and I have actually taken a few days off, and we've just spent some time together outside, outdoors, in the fresh air, walking around, doing some hiking, seeing some sightseeing, and it's just been such a healthy time for us. And I want to encourage you to do the same. And in our home on Sunday morning, we're going to broadcast that message to you that I was talking about, but we're going to spend some time together as well, just doing church in our home. And finally, two thoughts. First and foremost, I just, without any shame, I just need to tell you this. I think that God not only wants us to spend some time reconnecting with Him, but I think God is also testing the church's faith. And I want to encourage you to be faithful in this time through whatever ways God has called you. God may be calling you to serve or reach out to your neighbors. God may be calling you to minister to your family more. But something that God calls us to do, whether it's in times of plenty or in times of little, is that He calls us to give. And just without shame, I want to tell you that ministry at Woodlands Church, even though we aren't gathering in person, ministry at Woodlands Church is going to continue. And that ministry only continues through those of you who are watching this, through your faithful offering and tithes. And so I want to encourage you to continue to give so that our church's ministry can continue now and in the future. You can give online at woodlandscbc.com. I can tell you that my family's offering will not change one bit. We will still be very faithful, the very same dollar amount that we've always given every single month, so that God's ministry can continue through Woodlands Church. And I want to encourage you to do that as well. Not only that, but I'm sure this time is going to cause the need for more benevolence. There are probably going to be people reaching out to the church and asking for help, and we want to be able to help people who are truly and really in need. And so your offering goes a long way in us helping our church family. And so please, I know this is a time where we feel like maybe we need to tighten our belt, put some money in savings, but I want to encourage you, continue to be faithful to God, to give back a portion of what He's given you and how He's sustaining you. And then with that note, if you are going through hard times right now, if you need to speak with someone, if maybe you need some help, please reach out to us. Our pastors and our elders are here for you. And so with all of that, be looking for future messages online starting on Sunday. I'm sad to say that I won't see you in person in the next couple of weeks, but I'm looking forward to interacting with you online. And I am here for you. I am your pastor, and I will speak with you, talk with you, chat with you anytime you need. So please reach out anytime. I love you. God bless you, and I will talk to you very, very soon.